point. Joining us live this morning, the Shadow Assistant Treasurer Kevin Hogan, the Green Senator David Shoebridge. Gentlemen, good morning to you. So, Kevin, is this a now or never moment to change our approach to fuel?
Well, it is, Pete. I mean, obviously there's a lot to deal with the Strait of Hormuz and that needs to be reopened. But certainly as Australia, I think we've had a wake-up call. We are an energy-rich country. We have oil here that we are not tapping into. We're very, gas, coal, a whole lot of energy sources. So we need to do more there. This is a sovereign moment that we need to grab and make sure that we're never held at the behest of the rest of the world, given we're an energy-rich country.
Well, we spoke about this too, David. How do we future-proof from further energy shocks, this being the third major one we've suffered in less than a decade?
Yeah, well, we need to make sure we're not hostage to the fossil fuel industry, and the best way of doing that is ensuring that we have a rapid transition to renewables. We have the single best renewable real estate on the entire planet. Solar, wind, stored renewable energy. And it's just unfortunate that the likes of the National Party, One Nation, have been spending years preventing us having that that energy sovereignty and that economic security that we would have if we rapidly electrify our economy.
So on Kevin's points of oil, gas, coal, what do you say? And I'll go back to Kevin for a response.
Well, I mean, if Kevin's plan is to explore for oil, drill for oil and exploit oil, he's got a plan that, even on his own terms, might do something in 20 years' time. 20 years' time, the world will have radically moved towards renewable energy. We will be electrifying our economy. I mean, if Kevin wants a 20th century solution to a 21st century problem, he's got one. Maybe he wants to trumpet, Trump again, his drill baby drill. The fossil fuel industry is a disaster for the world. We're seeing how it holds us hostage to some of these international moments of chaos. If we want genuine energy sovereignty, it's a massive investment in renewables.
Your response, Kevin?
Pete, the Greens live in some fantasy land about renewable energy. Look, we support renewables. Renewables are great. However, Dave, just to remind you, the technology isn't there for storage for wind and solar. If you want a power supply, an energy supply that is weather reliant, the lights will go out, mate. I mean, we need a source of energy that isn't weather reliant, and solar and wind are, and the battery technology isn't there to store the energy when that isn't working. And I also make the point, Pete, today that I've seen David also make comments yesterday that we should be breaking up our alliances with our friends around the globe. David, there's evil in this world. If you look at the history of the world, unfortunately, I'd like to be on top of the mountain singing Kumbaya with everybody as well. But that's not the history of the world. There is evil in this world. And if we don't have military alliances with like-minded countries, we would be very vulnerable. And the fact that you want to tear up allegiances with countries that we share similar democracies with and similar values with, you would put Australia at great risk militarily as well. You might want the lights to go out. You might want us to be vulnerable to military attacks as well. But you are dangerously naive for the future of this country.
Okay, your response to that?
I have, and I'm taking lots of breaths about what you're saying, believe me.
Settle down, Kevin. Settle down. You say you don't want to be on a mountain having some principles, but you want to be down in the gutter with Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu destroying...
No, I said I'd like to be on this. I'd like to be on the mountain singing Kumbaya.
Settle down, let me finish.
But that's naive, David. Did you see the two world wars in the 20th century?
Okay, you go, David. Go.
What we have seen in the last 6 weeks is the United States taking the world to the brink of economic chaos and potentially past that brink of economic chaos. We've seen the United States and Israel engage in an illegal war without consulting any of their allies, which has thrown ordinary Australians into deep, deep economic despair. We've seen fuel prices rocket through the entire globe. And what we have seen is a series of false justifications from the United States for this. We've seen Donald Trump, the guy you say you share values with, and maybe you do, but we've seen him saying he wants to bomb Iran.
Do you share values with Iran? You haven't mentioned Iran, David. Do you want to mention Iran?
Settle down, let me finish. We've seen you say you share values with Donald Trump in the United States. He said he wants to bomb Iran back to
Western
the Stone
alliances.
Age. He says that he wanted to destroy Iranian civilization. He said
Who do you
wanted,
share values
he
with?
Said he
do you
wanted,
share values with Iran?
Settle down. He said he wanted to destroy Iran's energy infrastructure, its water infrastructure, a war on the Iranian people. I share values with ordinary people around the world who don't want a world engaged in this kind of appalling, destructive war. I share values with the billions of people around the world who reject that kind of appalling use of violence. And I'll tell you this, my party was well ahead of your party in supporting the woman life freedom movement on the ground in Iran. My party was well ahead of your party in calling for the banning of the IRGC and its listing as a terrorist organisation. My party stands with the Iranian people, not some, orange-faced, yellow-haired tyrant in the form of Donald Trump. And we make those choices.
Personal attacks, that's really brave, David, really brave. We stand with the Iranian people.
That's why, don't be two-faced.
You have never said anything.
You don't stand with the Iranian
that you're now
people.
starting to say negative things about the
Iranian. Of their civilian
well, we're starting to talk over each other. I'll just get you to respond to that, Kevin. I mean,
David, you are naive. So you want to cut all our alliances. You want to have an energy system built on solar and wind. You are naive and dangerous to our economy and to our energy system.
OK, well, we'll just have to leave it there, gents. But there you go. We're revved up again on this Thursday morning. David Shoebridge, Kevin Hogan, thanks again. We'll talk to you again next week. Let's get a quick check of the weather now. Thames and Green, good morning. So severe weather is expected across the south